Hey everyone, I'm Allison. Welcome to This Prepared Life. So in today's video, we are going to harvest some peppers, and we are also going to talk about some tips and tricks to storing your home canned food on your prepper pantry shelves. Before we jump into that, is it just not the most beautiful day today? Welcome to North Idaho. Hey everyone, so I am harvesting the last of my peppers here in the greenhouse, and this is a serrano pepper, and it hit I think 36 in here last night. So these are not going to last much longer. This is the second and third harvest on some of these plants. So I just am pulling them off the shelf. I'm going to pull all the peppers off and then make a pile of the plants outside and take care of those later. So I'm not being super gentle with these because the plants are done. So these ones are jalapenos, and you can tell that the plant isn't too happy because its leaves are turning yellow. So it is definitely time to be done with plants in the greenhouse. Hey, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about preparing home canned goods for storage. I do a lot of water bath canning and a lot of pressure canning throughout the spring, summer, and even the fall and winter seasons. I tend to do a lot of beans and broth and things like that in the fall and winter, but it is really important to prep your home canned goods for storage properly. And the first thing that you're gonna do to get your jars ready is remove the rings. And the reason we remove the rings is if your flat lid pops up and unseals for some reason, that ring is going to keep that lid down and the jar can reseal itself. So that's just a safety precaution so that you can easily identify jars that have unsealed and are compromised. The next thing I do with all of my home canned food is I wash it in warm soapy water. So part of the canning process, sometimes liquid siphons out and your jars can be sticky, especially around the rim and under the rings. So just give these a nice good scrubbing with warm soapy water, and your jars are going on your shelf clean. If you pull one out that is sticky, you will know that you have had an issue. So over here I have some serrano pepper and then diced jalapeno that I canned up last week. And I've already washed these jars. I've removed the rings. 24 hours after canning, I checked all the seals. So right now I'm just gonna label these. And you can buy canning jar labels, you can use Avery labels. I just write on my lid with a permanent marker. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these labeled. So my jars are washed, the rings are removed, I have labeled them. These are ready to go into my pantry. I tend to keep a couple jars of each item on the shelf because I have really limited shelf space where I keep my home canned foods. And I utilize fruit boxes for my storage. And so this is a really handy tip. If you buy berries and fruit, even like the boxes that cases of apples come in, these work amazing for storing and being able to stack your home canned food. So this is like a raspberry box. This would be like a strawberry box. And then I use the apple boxes for like quart jars. Jars of this size, just because they're taller. So these boxes have this little lip on them, which means when a box gets stacked on top of it, these jars are not putting any weight on each other. So raspberry box works great for the 1/2 pint jars. You can see they fit right under this lip. So on the bottom shelves of my canning pantry, I can stack these 5 or 6 high on the shelf and just have a couple jars of these out, and then I restock my shelves as needed. This size box was a strawberry box, and you can see some old labels. I use Avery labels to label the boxes, and then when an item is all used up and I've taken it out of that box, I just cross it off. And so this size works perfect for the pint jars, or the 1/2 pint jars, sorry. It just fits right in there, and I can stack another one on top of it. So these jars are now ready to go down to my canning pantry. They've been cleaned, they've been washed, they are stacked in their boxes, and this amount is probably a good amount for my family. I only have 2 people who like super spicy peppers in their food, and so this should last us until next pepper season. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like notified about future videos I put out. And if you'd like to find me other places, you can find me on Instagram at This Prepared Life and on my website at thispreparedlife.com.